welcome back to my channel, everybody. Thank you so much for checking in, and to all my subscribers, thank you all so much for watching my videos. All right, let's jump right into this. So it's been some time since I've done a XRP news related video, and seeing that everything is so quiet on XRP, figured just ahead of the trial hearings, I figured it would be good to do something just to give an update on where we are on Ripple, the SEC. And so if you're new to crypto and you're hearing about this, you've come to the right place. Just going to do a quick overview of this, give my thoughts, my opinions on what I think is going to happen next. And just to give you a quick overview, if you want to check this article out, it's at jdsupra.com. I'm sorry, jdsupra.com. And this sounds like this is a bunch of lawyers that wrote this up, so this is pretty good. They give a really good overview of the case that SEC brought against Ripple and really what's going on. So let's jump right into it. So this first paragraph goes over the history about how everything happened. I just not going to read everything because I don't want to bore you at this point, but the SEC filed a complaint against Ripple Labs and the two executives, Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. Pretty much what they filed against them was that, in short, the SEC is claiming that, or making a case that the founder and the CEO used the fact that once they sold the tokens, XRP tokens, that they used it really to manipulate the price. And that brought a dramatic or detrimental effect to investors, right? And so they're saying this is alleging that that sales of $1.3 billion of XRP by Ripple and the executives during a period ranging from 2013 through 2020 constitute an ongoing unregistered offering of securities in violation of Section 5 of the Securities Act of 1933. I'm thinking that's about the Howey test, which we'll get into, in a significant department from prior actions by the SEC. So now just to give you a quick overview of what the Howey test is, right? This is the Howey test. It goes over four major points. Number one, four questions, I should say. Is it an investment of cash, all right, or cash equivalent? Number two, the question that is asked, is there an expectation of profit from the investment? Number three, is the money invested in an entity such as a corporation or project? And number four, do profits from the investment come from the effort of a third party, i.e. the corporation? So is it a for-profit entity? Right. And so I'm going to go through it. I'm going to give you my thoughts on this. So afterwards, after they came with the case against Ripple, SEC allegations. These are the allegations that they go through, and this is interesting because this is what I find a little, I almost had to, reading this, I kind of have to give Garlinghouse or the Ripple leadership like the side eye, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Because this stuff sounds pretty shady. Pretty shady. Just want you to check this out here. It's by controlling the flow of information. They're talking about here that they had information and that they pretty much insider information. It says by controlling the flow of information or insider information and using major announcements and messaging by XRP, the SEC alleges that Ripple and its executives were deemed to create the conditions of hype around XRP to continue to monetize their XRP while using the information asymmetry they created in the market for their own gain, creating substantial risk to investors. So in other words, what they're saying is whether they were making money, whether it was going down or whether it was going up. Guys, this is what we call classic market manipulation. And as a result, it caused risks to investors. One of the ways to realize or to know that, in my opinion, that I'm just think about it. It doesn't have to be an opinion. This is an informed opinion. Think about it. Ripple is in the top 4 most market cap in the crypto space, and it's the lowest price. It's intentionally being kept low, right? And so moving on, I don't want to spend too much time. I don't want to take up too much of your time. But here we have the Howey test continuously from the, okay, let me go back up a little bit. Pretty much just talking about the Howey test here and the initial launch and the sale, and they use the launch of the coin to raise money, and they were profiting from it. And it's interesting that the case that the SEC brings against XRP really hinges on the fact that XRP or Ripple does not meet the Howey test, right? They're constructing their case, the SEC, or constructed their case around this entire four-pronged approach that really coincides with the Howey test. These are the 4 points that they're bringing, the 4 categories. The complaint divides the alleged distribution of XRP among 4 categories. Number 1, market sales consisted of direct public sales via digital asset exchanges, at times using market makers. All right. So they were selling XRP. So that would meet the first point of the Howey test. The first question is it an investment of cash or equivalent? So what they're trying to say is that XRP, they're using it as cash. Number 2, public distributions through discounted sales of XRP to institutional investors. The complaint alleges Ripple knew and expected would immediately resell the XRP into public secondary markets for guaranteed profits. What's the second question of the Howey test? Is there an expectation of profit from the investment? The answer is yes. Number 3, this is SEC's case now, a catch-all category of other distributions, including executive compensation plans, listing partnerships with digital asset exchanges, and grant programs run by Ripple affiliate, in which grants were made to entities the SEC argues were expected to immediately resell XRP into public markets. Number 3 question of the Howey test says, is the money invested in in an entity such as a corporation or project? The answer is yes. And the final point of their case is direct sales by the named executives. Did the executives sell this thing directly? And I've read parts of the document or SEC's case against Ripple, and guys, I'm telling you, it does not look good. It seems that they have Ripple cornered. And the answer is yes. Do the profits from the investment come from the effort of a third party, i.e. the corporation? All right. So right now, guys, I don't think right now Ripple is looking good, even though they do have really good lawyers. They really do have a good legal team. One of the lawyers that's overseeing their case used to work for the SEC, and he's really been he seems to be really good. So they do have a chance. All right. And then he goes through here about familiar themes, things that they've repeatedly done. I won't waste your time on this. I would say, just go over to the article, and if you want to dig into it, go for it as well. But this part, they're saying that Ripple pretty much violated Section 5, right, which is the Howey test, right? And here now the signals ahead. And really, this is where we get into the fact that, guys, we have to understand that 2021, I've been saying, is going to be the year of regulation for the crypto space. So right now, a lot of things that we are getting away with as retail investors, we're going to start seeing the landscape of crypto change. Gary Gensler, who's going to be the new chair of the SEC, appointed by Biden, apparently he is crypto friendly. Apparently. However, I am not convinced until I hear what he has to do, or if he's going to do anything. But it sounds to me that he's big on regulation, because he helped us to put together the Frank-Dodd Act. And if you go over the Frank-Dodd Act, I know on the forex side with the Frank-Dodd Act, it really dramatically, for U.S. residents, for U.S. citizens, the leverage was brought down to like 1 to 30, I believe, whereas before there were a lot of forex brokers that we as U.S. citizens could use here in the U.S. After Frank Dodd. All of that really changed, right? It completely changed the brokerage system here in the U.S. And so I think more of that's gonna happen moving forward this year, right? So this is going to be the year of regulation. And then we have Yellen, who was supposedly just appointed. And guys, I will say, I personally it doesn't seem, I heard quotes about her really speaking down about crypto, so that doesn't sound positive as well. So
a few moments later,
the whole thing doesn't sound positive at all, with Yellen coming in, and then new SEC that we don't know, SEC chair that we don't know if he is going to be, crypto favorite or not, because he seems to be beyond regulation. So here is my personal opinion on what I think is going on. I don't think Ripple stands a chance to win. And here's why. Number one, you're going up against pretty much the federal government. Number two, they doesn't seem like they passed the Howey test. All right. Yeah. Am I getting that right? Yeah. They're not there. Yeah. It sounds like a security rather than a currency. It doesn't matter whoever says it, right? According to the SEC, unless Ripple is able to literally debunk all 4 questions, right? And then personally is what I think is finally going to happen, because they're not going to win. I think there's going to be a settlement, and I think Ripple is going to have to pay a huge sum of money. And I think after it's settled there, I think now Ripple will skyrocket. That's what I think is going to happen. So it's going to really be an interesting year for regulation. Now, what do I see happening in the short term on Ripple at this point from a price action perspective? As you can see, we broke out. We came back to retest these lows. I've been over this multiple times on my channel. Just go back. I'm going to post my XRP playlist right now, and just go ahead and check that out if you're new to my channel. All right, and now we come back, we retest. Now we're in this triangle, and if we break out of this triangle, I think we're gonna go back to 50 cents. That's really the best I got right now. As far as if Ripple is gonna break out, I mean, who knows? Who knows when? And right now it's being really quiet, but I've been saying that I'm watching 80 cents. Once it breaks 80 cents, I think it's really up from there. But apart from that, guys, that's all I got. Catch y'all on the next one.